Genesis chapter 47. Then Joseph went and told Pharaoh, "My father and my brothers and their flocks and their herds and all that they possess have come from the land of Canaan and are now in the land of Goshen." He took 5 men from among his brothers and presented them before Pharaoh. Pharaoh asked his brothers, "What is your occupation?" And they said to Pharaoh, "Your servants are shepherds, both we and also our fathers." They said to Pharaoh, "We have come to sojourn in the land, for your servants have no pasture for their flocks, because the famine is severe in the land of Canaan. Now therefore, please allow your servants to dwell in the land of Goshen." Pharaoh spoke to Joseph, saying, "Your father and your brothers have come to you. The land of Egypt is before you. Have your father and your brothers dwell in the best of the land. Have them dwell in the land of Goshen, and if you know any capable men among them, then put them in charge over my livestock." Then Joseph brought in Jacob his father and presented him to Pharaoh, and Jacob blessed Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to Jacob, "How old are you?" And Jacob said to Pharaoh, "The days of my pilgrimage are 130 years. All the days of the years of my life have been few and evil, and they have not attained to the days of the years of the lives of my fathers in the days of their pilgrimage." And Jacob blessed Pharaoh and went out from his presence. So Joseph settled his father and his brothers and gave them a possession in the land of Egypt, in the best part of the land, in the land of Ramesses, as Pharaoh had commanded. Joseph provided food for his father, his brothers, and his father's entire household, according to the number of their children. There was no food in all the land, for the famine was very severe, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan languished because of the famine. Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the grain that they bought, and Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. When the money was all spent in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came to Joseph and said, "Give us food, for why should we die in your presence? For our money is gone." Joseph said, "Give your livestock, and I will give you food for your livestock if your money is gone." They brought their livestock to Joseph, and Joseph gave them money in exchange for the horses, the flocks, the herds, and the donkeys, and he fed them with food in exchange for all their livestock for that year. When that year was ended, they came to him the second year and said to him, "We will not hide it from our lord that our money is all spent. Our lord also has our herds of livestock. There is nothing left in the sight of my lord but our bodies and our lambs. Why should we die before your eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for food, and we and our land will be slaves to Pharaoh. Also give us seed, so that we may live and not die, so that the land will not be desolate." So Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for every Egyptian man sold his field, because the famine was severe on them. So the land became Pharaoh's. As for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Egypt to the other. Only the land of the priests he did not buy, for the priests had an allotment from Pharaoh, and they lived off their allotment that Pharaoh gave them. Therefore they did not sell their lands. Then Joseph said to the people, "I have bought you and your land today for Pharaoh. Here is seed for you, so that you may sow the land. At the harvest you must give a 5th part to Pharaoh, and 4 parts will be your own, as seed for the field, and for your food, and for those of your households, and for food for your little ones." They said, "You have saved our lives. Let us find grace in the sight of my lord, and we will be Pharaoh's slaves." So Joseph made it a law over the land of Egypt to this day, that Pharaoh should have the 5th part, except from the land of the priests, who which did not become Pharaoh's. Israel lived in the land of Egypt, in the land of Goshen, and they had possessions there, and grew and became very numerous. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. So the years of Jacob's life were 147 years. When the time drew near when Israel would die, he called his son Joseph and said to him, If now I have found grace in your sight, please put your hand under my thigh and deal kindly and truly with me. Please do not bury me in Egypt, but let me lie with my fathers. Carry me out of Egypt and bury me in their burial place. And he said, I will do as you have said. And he said, Swear to me. And he swore to him. Then Israel bowed himself at the head of his bed.